You were born to thrive. You were born to feel alive. Every single second of your life, your life, your life, your life. Hello, everyone. I am so thrilled to welcome you at this new Tips and Tricks episode. Today's topic: do you have a healthy self-esteem? What do you think? Do you have a healthy self-esteem? So today you will have an opportunity to evaluate your self-esteem, and also I will give you a few tools to increase it. So for those who don't know me yet, I am Eva Saunders, inspirational singer and songwriter, and I'm also an empowerment coach, helping women through huge transitions, especially women who go through relocation, moving abroad, losing all the benchmarks, asking about their life's purpose, about why they are here, feeling lost, lacking clarity. So this is what I can help you with to create once again a thriving life. Because honestly, I do believe everyone deserves to live a thriving life. Just sometimes we just fall a bit apart. We feel we just through the transitions and life experiences, and also through unexpected events, we just can sometimes hit the bottom, like the being close to burnout, depression. Sometimes we just don't feel happy at work. We just don't feel happy and fulfilled, asking about our life's purpose, and we feel lost and we lack clarity. So this is really my biggest joy, to listen to you and to accompany you to find them and thrive again. Okay, how do you know if you have a healthy self-esteem? Well, if, for example, if you move abroad, it can be a bit tricky because you lost your benchmarks, you don't have your social circle, you feel a bit alone. There's so many things you need to learn, to discover. Sometimes you don't speak the language. And step by step, you experience this little or even bigger failures, the things that you don't know how to do or that they don't work. Maybe you try to apply for jobs and you were rejected, and it comes over and over. And unluckily, through these experiences, even though you are very assertive in your home country, suddenly you lose track and you feel that your confidence and your self-esteem drops. Can you relate to this? Maybe you can put a comment and tell me if you have ever experienced it. I will be very honest, I've experienced it several times, being very, very assertive, successful in my home country, and when I moved abroad. Well, after a few months, I was just asking myself, who am I? It was so hard. It was so awfully hard, and it took a lot of time. So through all these episodes and through all my work, I want to support you and just to help you to gain time. You don't need to waste so much time as I did. It's useless. But you need to know how to do and what to do. You need to know the roadmap. Okay, so very often when we move abroad, our self-esteem and confidence goes down. What's one of the symptoms? One of the symptoms is that when someone gives you a compliment, just says something beautiful about you, you will not take it. You will refuse it. You will diminish yourself. For example, someone will say, oh, wow, you have a beautiful dress. And you will say, well, you know, it's just a secondhand bargain. Or, wow, you really really painted this beautiful painting, and say, oh, that's nothing, you know, it's nothing special. Or as one of my clients did recently, when I congratulated her on her progress, she just answered, you know, I'm not such a star. So for me, all these statements are like a very clear message and sign that your self-esteem is pretty low, because you're not willing to open yourself and to welcome praise or compliments that come your way. I'd like to ask you, let us do a little experience. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and try to remember a situation where you were complimented, where someone told something beautiful about you. And try to remember, how did you react? Were you able to take it, or did you reject it, this compliment? Don't judge yourself, just observe what happened. Sometimes we are quite easy to welcome compliments in one part of our life because we feel naturally confident about something. For example, if you love cooking, then it's very natural when people compliment you and say, yeah, that's it, I know I'm good at it, and you accept it. And then there can be other parts, domains of your life where it's very difficult, for example, relationships or work related. So have a look at your life and have a look at the parts of your life where it's difficult for you to accept compliment. If you want, drop a comment below the video. You know, because like uncovering something, like when it gets out, when you become conscious without trying to evaluate or judge yourself, just you observe it. Like, oh, okay, today it's 20 degrees centigrade. There is no apology, there is nothing special about it, it's just a fact. So let us try to step back from this immediate judgment. Oh, okay, I didn't accept it a compliment, so I have a low self-esteem. There is no point of beating yourself. Congratulate yourself, give yourself a compliment of doing this work, and being able to open and to see where you are, to notice. If you are just noticing, if you are just observing, getting clarity, getting consciousness on this topic, that's perfect. We cannot change something if we are not first aware of it. So just have a look if you're willing to accept compliments or not. Very often when we are in a hard life situation, like moving abroad, going through divorce, changing job, being out of job, being close to burnout, and when things get really hard, then we just see all the negative and we relate to all that doesn't work, which brings us even lower. So we need to stop. We need to stop and to have this little conversation with ourselves, just to evaluate, to see where we are. And then, so maybe you wonder, what can I do with this? How can I change it? Well, by setting intention, being intentional, and doing it for quite a while, let us say 3 weeks. Very often, a behavior pattern is set up after 21 days. That's why 3 weeks is a good start. So when you wake up in the morning, put a journal next to your bed, and in this journal, set up the intention, write it down. Today, I'm willing to improve my self-esteem. I'm willing to accept any compliment. You can even write it down and breathe deeply, reading it out loud for yourself. Okay. And then forget a little bit about it. Do not focus on just this one intention the whole day. Just sit up in the morning and then allow the universe to work through you and bring you opportunities to train. Okay. And then in the evening, when you are in bed, take your journal again and write down all the little or bigger events where there was an opportunity, or where you experienced someone congratulating you, giving you a compliment or whatever, and just observe what happened. Did you accept it, or did you reject it once more? I don't want you to beat yourself up if you did in the old way, like rejecting it. There's no point once more of beating yourself up, because you are already doing the work. And this is the most important. The result will come sooner or later if you work on it regularly with intention. So what's the most important in the evening, just to review your day and see if there was any opportunity, if there was someone congratulating you, and taking note, what happened? Did you accept it? How did you feel? Did you reject it? How did you feel? Just become like an observer of yourself, investigator, what's going on, what's there. And by being an observer and not this huge critic or judge that sometimes is in our head, you lighten up. And that's already 50% of battle is won in this way. You can also check the moments and the opportunities during the day where you could congratulate yourself. Do not neglect this part. Sometimes you don't need to wait for appreciation to come to us from outside. We can do it for ourselves. We are the best of either being very nasty and very critical with ourselves, either being our best friends. Let us train ourselves to be our best friends. So when you watch your day in the evening in your bed with your journal, have a look of what went amazingly well, or what went well, where you did well, and write it down. And just tell yourself, wow, it was really well done. And you can state your name. So when the compliments don't come from outside, you can bring them in your life. You can bring them in your life. And once more, you can start with little things. Maybe you say, well, I have done nothing that could be complimented on today. I don't believe you. There are hundreds and hundreds of little tiny things, and sometimes even bigger, that you can congratulate yourself on. Whatever. Learning a new language, learning some new vocabulary if you're abroad and you need to start to communicate with local people. Helping your neighbor, preparing a meal for your family, bringing a solution at a meeting, at work, whatever. Every little win deserves to be noticed. And then at the end, you read through all these compliments in your journal, and you can just see, wow, I did pretty well. I'm actually proud of myself. And then you get to sleep, you fall asleep, and then the next morning you start again for 21 days, setting the intention. I'm willing, I'm ready, I'm intentionally in welcoming compliments. And if they then don't come from outside, then I'm intentionally about complimenting myself. After 21 days, you will see a major shift in yourself. your confidence and self-esteem and self-worth will increase very naturally. This is your power. Your biggest power is not in what you do. Your biggest power is within you, in your mindset. And you can transform it with intention. Can you see? Okay, if it is pretty hard right now, do not remain alone. I'm Eva Sanders. I'm an empowerment coach, helping women to thrive. When you go through major shifts, you can feel lost. You can feel disempowered. You can feel lonely. You can feel discouraged. Do not remain alone. Have this courage and humility to ask for help. I'm here for you. I offer you 45 minutes clarity session. In this session, I'll ask you a bunch of questions. As a coach, I will take a lot of notes. I will listen deeply. I will use my intuition. I will ask you more questions. And then I will reflect what I feel, what I see, and we will figure out next steps for you. So you can start to go in the right direction, in the direction of your heart's desire, of your life's purpose, and of a thriving life. This is what you deserve. Okay, I'm very excited to announce a new project. I am creating Born to Thrive Facebook group. This is a private group where you will find like-minded women. You can create connections. You can create, we are going to create this beautiful tribe where we can start to create connections. First of all, online, and then it can be in person, offline. What's the most important ingredient when you feel down, when you relocate, when you move abroad, to recreate this tribe, not to be alone? So if you feel it like, join our Born to Thrive Facebook group. I'll be there. I'll support you. I'll bring motivation, inspiration, and tips. You will have this privileged contact with me. You can ask me questions. And also, you will have sneak preview offers. You will know the first about them. So do not remain alone. Start by doing something for you. Start by joining our group. Start by creating connections, and know that you can thrive. It's possible. So if you want to join Born to Thrive Facebook group, just drop a comment below this video, or you can also send me a private message and I'll send you the link. I am looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to be there with you to create all together this tribe that supports each other. Remember, you are born to thrive.